You're watching Gotcha
Okay,
Racing
so,
TV.
With this young man. Listen, can
Now
you see
I really
me?
like you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know how to put butter on the toast, man. Tell me about your.
I
What's
go
your
with the young anytime.
name? What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike. First of all, fantastic car.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
You have excellent taste.
I know I did. Not every car gets on this program.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Tell me about this rascal.
This is a 1962 Ford Thunderbird. Now, this is a standard Ford Thunderbird, automatic transmission, 390 cubic inch engine. And yes, it's cubic inches. I don't do liters. And the nice thing about this car is it is a convertible. The convertible top mechanism back in the 60s, because there were no electronics, is purely a relay-driven system. It has a handful of limit switches, it has 9 relays, it has a pump, it has hydraulic reversing valves, it's got a whole bunch of things that you never see in today's modern convertibles. When it works great, but only until recently have I been brave enough to take the top up when I'm not sitting in my driveway, for obvious reasons.
Why?
Because if the top stops functioning, it's a major pain in the butt to get it to work.
So mechanically, what would you have to do? Take off the valve for the?
It depends on where it stops. If, for example, I couldn't get the rear lid open, I would have to get beneath the car, unscrew the bolts to hold the pistons down, and I can open the lid.
Okay.
If, for example, I couldn't get this thing to go back down, I would have to get under it and release the hydraulic fluid out of the 2 pistons and manually lower the top.
So that means you're gonna put all your hydraulic fluid on.
Well, I would put it in a bucket.
Okay.
That stuff costs money too. So, it's like I say, it's not something I do often. Obviously, I never drive the car in the rain, so the top is rarely up. But I do have to exercise the top once in a while. Once in a while, I have to put it up to get all the wrinkles out. But other than that, it spends most of its time with the top down and me looking sexy.
So I take it, listening to you, it's not a trailer queen.
I listen to me all the time. It has never been on a trailer except to get here from Illinois.
Okay.
I bought it from a gentleman in Illinois who was losing his eyesight. He owned it for 37 years. He's losing his eyesight. His wife said the car had to go. I lucked onto that. I found it for sale in a consignment lot, and I bought it.
How long ago?
This was 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I'm that old.
So the paint job, man. You had this restored though, right?
It depends on how you define restored.
Well, the paint. This can't be the original paint.
No, of course not. In fact, the original paint was this off-faded, unsexy blue that came out of the Ford factory that was very uninspiring. And when I got the car, it wasn't in the best of condition. As it happened, near where I used to work, there was, of all things, a Mako paint shop. And I knew about this shop because every time I drove by it, I would see the owner's 56 Cadillac Coupe de Ville parked outside. This car looked like it just came off the factory the factory assembly line. So I went in and talked to him one day. I said, "Can you make my car look like yours?" Sure.
Mako we're talking about.
Mako. Well, and to be fair, all Mako shops aren't the same. This man understood classic cars, and really, having worked, I was involved in the tax industry for many years. I know that if you have people who can shoot a car, know what they're doing, it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters except the quality of the paint. And that's what I basically paid for, the quality of the paint. I stripped all the chrome myself.
Okay.
I made the car as ready as I could for the paint shop, took the bumpers off, took all the chrome off, and then drove it down there, and they shot the car.
I don't see any ripples
These
in the
guys
car.
know what they're doing.
And I'm surprised you gave us the name of Mako. I didn't know they. But this guy had to be an automotive enthusiast in order to put his love into it.
Oh, absolutely.
Anybody
who drives a 56 Cadillac Coupe de Ville has got to be an enthusiast.
Really beautiful,
Nice
man.
car.
Really beautiful.
This is a Mako that's over in Gardena on Western. There are Makos all over the place. I would not normally go there, but when I saw that man's car, I said, this guy knows what he's doing.
Well, I tell you what, man, he did some justice for you, brother.
He did a great
and it
job.
is really cool. I really like the paint job, but I like the car too. Now I've had three 64s, and I'm on the hunt for one more. Convertibles, I want a hardtop.
Yeah, and I have two of these. The other one is a hardtop. The primary thing I look for whenever I'm buying a classic car, of course, is rust. Neither car had 1 ounce of rust on it, and that's what made the sale. This was running terribly when I got it. I actually had the engine rebuilt, first thing I did. But there wasn't a speck of rust anywhere, and that's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned buying a 60-year-old car.
No kidding. Beautiful. I'm glad you brought it out today on the Super Bowl weekend for the Super Bowl of cars.
Well, now, keep in mind, if this were Sunday, I may not be here. Tomorrow's the game, I'll be at home watching it.
But you're here today at the Super Bowl event for muscle cars
and
Fords.
And I did get a few odd looks. Wait a minute, muscle car? Well, it doesn't say Plymouth, it doesn't say Dodge.
I know.
But it does have a 390, 300 horsepower engine. If I want to burn rubber, I can.
Yeah. I know those big 390s, man. They are real good friends with every gas station
in the county. I know.
Hey, folks, this is Joe Britt having a good time in El Segundo, California.
I get about 10 miles a gallon.
But that's doing good.
That's okay.
That's doing good. Okay. Hey.
Every time I go to the gas station, I stop first to rob the bank, and I'm all set.
Yeah, and every time the big 390 goes by a gas station, it burps, right?
It does. The steering wheel just kind of...
Yeah, pull over to the right or left.
It ain't the power.
Fill me up, Daddy, fill me up. Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV in El Segundo, California. Having a heck of a time looking at this beautiful representation of what America used to put out.
Yeah.
Okay, not China, not Malaysia. No. This is all American metal, man. So if this sucker hits you, you're done. And out of the metal here, if they can reduce the metal, you can probably make about 4 cars out of this rascal. But nevertheless, this is how they put out the cars back when America used to put out.
Not a computer in sight.
Yeah. Beautiful car. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
And this is how we do it, folks. We run our miles. We look at the diamonds in the rough, and we pick them and we give them to you. This is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live, Gotcha Racing TV, El Segundo, California, Super Bowl weekend. There you go.
Nice.